Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Allen. We've given Robert Clancy the day off, and we're going to talk instead today to Alan Maxwell. He's written a book called The System is Unforgiving. Play by the rules and win. Alan, welcome to Late Night Health. What do you mean the system is forgiving? What system?
So in life, everything that we do, there is a process, and there is a methodology, and there is a way that we do things. So let's talk about friends talking to each other and a third friend come in. Well, that third friend doesn't know what the two friends are talking about because they have a communication process in place. So that's on a very small scale. On a larger scale, that would be called a system because there's a process that someone uses, or there's a process to move forward. There's a process to get better. And so that is the system that we must use. So there's multiple systems in our life. Everything that we do is associated with a system of some sort. In other words, a process of some sort.
So, we're Late Night Health. So is there a health system, for example? A financial system? A success system?
Absolutely. So let's talk about the health system. So we all know, right? We want to lose weight, and we want to be healthy. We want to look good. We want to, sport our California beach body, let's say. In order to get there, you have a couple ways to do it. Either you can go to the gym and work out, or you can eat properly and lose weight, or you could do nothing and hopefully lose weight. Well, we know that if you go to the gym, the probability of you losing weight is going to be much higher than if you do nothing. Therefore, you're going to have to abide by whatever your trainer or coach or the gym says. Hey, if you do X, Y, and Z consistently for 30 days, you will lose X, Y, and Z. Therefore, you must follow that process in order to achieve the goal that you desire. If you don't follow that process, then it's not going to work. Here's the point when it's unforgiving. If you don't follow that process, and obviously you're not going to meet your expectations, you can't be mad at anyone but yourself. It wasn't because of the availability of the equipment or the trainer or what have you. So you have to follow procedures and processes ahead of you in order to make it work. So yes, health, financial, same thing, and everything that we do, success. You have to be around successful people. You have to do the things that will bring you success. That is the system.
The bottom line to the system is unforgiving is you have to take responsibility for your own life.
That's the bottom line. And why it's unforgiving is because it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. It doesn't matter. It just matters whether or not you abide by the processes. And either you do or you don't.
You spent 22 years. You spent 22 years in the Navy. Was there any time in your naval career where you were ordered to do something by the system that you knew wasn't quite right?
Absolutely. And that's kind of an interesting presentation of the question because in the military, obviously, you're given orders and you have to follow out the orders. And if you're given an order that it's illegal or unethical, you either, one, have to carry out the order or notify the fact that it's wrong, unethical, or what have you. But you still have to come up with rational reasons why you didn't do it. In the military, you could be asked to do things. For example, in my book, we talk about a collision at sea where I had colleagues that did not understand what was going on, but was ordering me to do things that wasn't conducive to the health of the ship, which inevitably caused us to have a collision at sea. So it's critical that you understand what's going on and how it needs to be done, and what's right or wrong per se in terms of when given an order. So you have to know yourself what's going to get you to point A or B. and what's right or wrong.
But in the military, if a senior officer orders you to do something, do you have that right, one, through the system to say, sir, I can't do that? Or is there a way of saying, I think we should do it this way? I mean, I wasn't in the military. I only surmised that friendly fire would have gotten me because I would have said, what do you want me to do?
So that's a good point. So the answer is yes. So if someone gives you an order that's, again, illegal, unethical, unmoral, you can bring it to that individual's attention and say, I will not carry out your order based on this reason. Now, you better be right. You better be 100% right when you say you're not going to follow that order, because when it's reviewed by others, they need to clearly see that it was an illegal, unethical, or immoral order that was given to you. But you just cannot arbitrarily, because you personally don't feel that it's right, say, I'm not going to do it. That's going to make for a bad day. But it has to be legitimate, verifiable, that the order was incorrect or wrong for you not to follow it. Or if it's going to cause harm or danger to others, then that's when you have to stand on your ethics and understanding of not carrying out an illegal order.
I'm thinking of orders in our current president. I don't mean to be political, but I guess I have to be a little bit. Some of the things that are coming out of the presidential office now seems to be unethical, immoral, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's one. Going back to the Vietnam War, where American soldiers reportedly shot innocent people on orders. How do we forgive the system in this case for things like that?
So this is an area that's a very critical understanding of the system. So let's talk about the Vietnam War, for instances. What's unethical in war? You have children that would blow you up. So do you shoot this child or do you get blown up? The American public isn't on the battlefield having to make that decision. So that's one of those calls where you have to do the right thing to save yourself and your fellow soldiers, sailors, or airmen. And then whatever the consequences may be that the system bestows on you, then you have to be able to, again, verify, justify, and articulate why you did what you did. The system is unforgiving. You may end up being found guilty of something that you did the right thing for, and, you may get punished for it. That's sometimes the way it is. I mean, we have jails full of people that were accused of something that they didn't do. As far as our administration, again, the leader of this country is the leader of this country. I am not in a position to judge his ethics or his mindset or anything like that. So I have to be knowledgeable on my own to understand what's right, what's wrong, and then I have to do what's right and what's wrong, and then be prepared to suffer or reap the benefits or suffer the consequences of my actions. So it goes back to being personally responsible for your actions.
Alan, we're out of time. I really thank you. The book is already a bestseller. The name of the book is The System is Unforgiving, Play by the Rules and Win. Alan F. Maxwell, who has been called a guru and a mentor to others throughout the country. Thank you very much, Alan. And by the way, the book is available at Amazon. Well, that wraps up this edition of Late Night Health. I'm Mark Allen. I thank you, Daryl Wayne, for all the work that you do.
My pleasure.
And I thank you very much for listening. Have a great week, everybody. Stay safe, and most importantly, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.